Hi, this is Mr. V, and in this video we're going to look at how to simplify a fraction. So in the last video we looked at equivalent fractions, the notion that some fractions are identical to each other, and we learned that we can multiply fraction by numbers to increase fraction sizes to figure out an equivalent fraction. Now we want to do the reverse. So we want to take this fraction with fairly large numbers and turn it into a smaller fraction that still shows these same portions, so an equivalent fraction. That's just simpler. And the way we're going to do that is by identifying factors of a number. So what I want to do is I want to figure out, well, what factors does 6 have? What factors does 8 have? Obviously 6 could be 6 times 1, and it could be 2 times 3, and it could be 3 times 2, and it could be 1 times 6. They're the only ones. And 8, well, 8 could be 8 times 1, 8 could be 4 times 2, 8 could be 2 times 4, and 1 times 8, so the reverse. These are fairly simple ones, and straight off bat we can see, well, both of these, we can give them a factor of 2. So I'll put in a middle step here, one that you don't necessarily have to show. So 6 over 8 is equivalent to 2 times 3 divided by 2 times 4. And what we can do, because both the numerator and denominator have the same number, we can cancel those. So we can cancel the 2 away, and we get to an equivalent fraction of 3 over 4. And you'll notice they're the remainders from figuring out these factors. We just got rid of the 2, and so we're left with 3 and 4, 3 over 4. That's a simple one. Here we've got 16 over 24, and I can do the same thing. I could break 16 up into 16 times 1. I could go 8 times 2. I could go 4 times 4, and then I could go in the reverse. I won't write the reverses. 24, similarly, could be 24 times 1. It could be 12 times 2. It could be 3 times 8. It could be 4 times 6. And I don't believe there's any more. No, because then we go into reverses. So they are all the factors of 24, and these are all the factors of 16. And you'll notice we've got a couple of duplicates. We could use 2 as a shared factor and leave this as 8 over 12. We could also, and I'll use a different color here, we could also use 4 as a factor, 4 and 4, which gives us the remainders of 4 over 6. That works. There's another one. We could go 8 as our shared factor, as a common factor. If 8 is the common factor, we're then left with 2 over 3. So there's a couple of different options here, and they're all equivalent fractions. Okay, all of these are equivalent fractions, which means they're all acceptable answers, and as long as the numbers involved are smaller, they do count as simpler fractions. But when we simplify a fraction, we go for the result that has the smallest possible numbers. In this case, 2 and 3. We can't break this up anymore. Whereas 8, well, 8 over 12, we could simplify again. We could simplify 8 over 12 again to become 4 out of 6 or 2 out of 3. But we can't simplify 2 over 3 anymore. So we call that the simplest fraction. And when we're simplifying fractions, that's the result we're after.